नमस्कार दोस्तों, मैं हूं अनिरुद्ध और आप सभी का स्वैग से स्वागत है मेरे चैनल द सिविल गुरुजी पे। तो कैसे हो आप लोग? बहुत दिनों के बाद हम मिल रहे हैं यार। वी आर मीटिंग really after a long period of time, almost 2 weeks of time. I think you didn't see any videos from my channel. Sorry for that, but I was really very busy, so I couldn't make any video for you people. But don't worry, I'm back. So this video is going to be in English, okay, as the title of the video suggests, that speak English fluently. So don't get me wrong, many people harbor under the misconception that fluency is equal to speed. Let me clarify this thing very well. Fluency is not at all equal to speed. Suppose right now I'm talking to you. Am I talking with a very high speed so that you don't understand anything? No. Fluency to me is to speak a particular language without any major pause, like hmm, these things. Got my point? And speed is something you know actually. But if I say English, or if I say speak English in such a high velocity that you can't be able to catch up, then what's the point of speaking? Speaking, the main part of articulation is what? I am saying something, you are understanding something. If I am just saying, to which I'm going to say into the same as last to me, I have spoken something, but did you get it? No. So there is no point of speaking this. So that kind of fluency I am not talking about. I am talking about a fluency that is speaking a particular language without any major interruptions. I will discuss mainly 2 to 3 tips, basics that you can follow, that I personally have followed to speak in English. Let's begin. So, my friends, watch this video till the end. Many people are asking me that please make a video, sir, on how to improve or enhance our spoken English skills. So, firstly, the tip number one you can say is that think in English. Now, many people go, think in English? क्या बोल रहे हो? Think in English, भैया क्या होता है ये? There is a proverb actually that if you really want to learn English properly, you have to write in English, you have to speak in English, and definitely you have to think in English. So think in English. This matter actually becomes very much prominent, especially under this lockdown situation where you don't find people to talk with. Okay, if you are finding any person to talk with, that okay fine, I'm speaking with somebody in English, so nothing can be better than that. But in this lockdown period, you are hardly getting any person to talk with in English. If your parents are comfortable to talk in English, to speak in English with you, that's really great, superb. Or the persons, whoever, or wherever you are actually, if that persons are able to communicate to you through English, definitely it's amazing. But not always it's possible, right? So what can you do instead? What I used to do, most of the time actually during my traveling, I remember during my college days, it used to take around say 2 hours plus 2 hours, so 4 hours almost daily. 24 out of this 24 hours, 4 hours used to be spent in journey only for me. Frankly speaking, again, I am not an English medium student ever. I was a Bengali medium student. Bengali medium student. That is my hometown, Kolkata. I have born and brought up in a Bengali atmosphere completely. So, and there is also, this kind of misconception that many people think, okay, fine. Acha, so he or she is from English medium, so that means he or she is going to just crack you, that English speaking skills is going to be so much high-fi or something like that. No, man, no. There is really no such hard and fast rule. Definitely, it is going to help him or her to grow up, to accelerate the process of learning English, but it doesn't mean necessarily that some other people cannot speak English. No, it's absolutely not like that. So what I was saying, that think in English means, say what I used to do on that days. During my journey period, I used to plug in my earphones and start speaking in English. Say, I used to imagine a particular situation, say, any situation that you can also practice during this lockdown. It's really going to be very helpful. Trust me. Suppose you are imagining yourself in a particular situation. Okay, so you are with a friend, and he just got broke up. So you are just giving him condolences, consolations. Yeah, that okay, fine. Nothing matters. Yeah, someone has left you. Someone else will come in your life. Chill, man. Enjoy your life. Antara has left you. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Just don't worry. Don't worry. Yes, there must have been some issue with you and her. Okay, but Sulagna, that girl also likes you. Yeah. Why aren't you forgetting? Why you just forgetting her? Yeah. Do you really think? So understanding this is a kind of an imaginary situation that you can just place yourself in. Anything that had happened, suppose in your life, you just put yourself in that particular situation. Start speaking in English. And please don't feel ever like this, that okay, fine, whatever other people will say, what other people will, how other people are going to judge you, they may call you mad, whatever. Just don't think about the other people, how they are feeling, how they are judging you, because ultimately it's you, your career, right? So you have to enrich yourself. Other people are not going to enrich yourself, right? So that is one point. The second point, which is really very important regarding this particular topic, is that start reading a particular section of, say, any newspaper or any particular book or whatever. A very small amount of section, actually, very small section daily. And that actually is not the part at all. The main part is, you try to explain it to somebody in your own language, whatever you have understood from that particular. Say, in newspaper, different parts are there. Say, somebody may like sports, somebody may like politics, somebody may like business, somebody may like movies reviews, something like this, right? Whatever topic you like, you just pick one article per day. It's one small article per day. You just read it, close the newspaper, keep it aside. You just explain it to somebody. If it is your parents, fine. If, say, nobody is there around you, with whom you are feeling comfortable to talk with in English, then plug in the earphones, speak to yourself, talk to yourself in English, understand the situation, understand the article in your own words, then try to express it in your own words. Okay, this is really going to be very helpful. Trust me, this is really going to be helpful. So you have to speak to yourself, because in this market nobody is going to listen to you, man. If you are finding someone with whom you can communicate in English, suppose that person also needs someone to speak in English, and you also need someone, so definitely there are no people actually to judge, right? That's a perfect situation, whenever you must have seen, right, that when a mom actually talks to a newborn baby, you know she just went on talking, she just goes on talking like, how are you, and she just goes on talking. She doesn't expect any kind of reply from the baby. Same thing also can happen. Suppose there is a baby in your home, there is a pet in your home. Try to speak with them in English. They are not going to judge you ever, right? Are they ever going to judge you? No, right? So speak to them. Speak to them. It's really going to be very helpful. Trust me. They are not going to judge you. And sometimes you just feel very awkward that, yeah, if I say wrong English, then what will happen? Don't just do this. Okay? So the next thing that I'm going to talk about is why the fluency gets interrupted most of the occasions. Suppose I'm comfortable in Hindi, or I'm comfortable in Bengali, or you are comfortable in Marathi, or whatever language you're comfortable in, and you are uncomfortable in English. Why? While speaking in English, normally what you do, you just begin to translate everything. Stop doing that. Stop doing that consciously. Suppose I am saying any Hindi thing, actually any Hindi, क्यों भाई कैसे हो? So if I say like this, I'm just giving a very small example, okay, don't get me wrong. So I just begin to translate. Suppose, just I want to express it, or I just want to ask this particular thing in English. So I will just begin translating. Okay, so how, उसके बाद आता है क्या R, उसके बाद how is आता है क्या R आता है पता नहीं क्या आता है. So this there actually this pause happens, like, and it interrupts your fluency. Initially, initially don't look so much at the grammar, at the grammatical mistakes that you may incur to. So just don't feel shy about it. Okay, fine. So if I say this wrong, so maybe a preposition and adjective, pata nahi kya kya kya. Okay. So these things will make you conscious and interrupt you. Okay. So just forget about this thing initially. Just try to say. Initially, you will definitely commit mistakes, grammatical mistakes, because two things cannot start very right from the beginning. That okay, fine, grammar is okay, and your fluency, your speed, your speaking actually fluency, both are actually okay. Initially, grammar will try to hinder the process, will try to pull you back. That okay, there may be a wrong situation, there may be this, but speak up, trust me, speak up. Whatever you are feeling, just speak up, so that just you have to analyze that you are, whether you are able to speak without any major pause, that's a very important situation. Many people say also that okay, fine, stand in front of the mirror or something like that. If it becomes awkward to you, headphone. Okay, so that is one of the very important things. Whenever you will get an opportunity to speak in English with somebody, don't miss that opportunity. Don't miss that opportunity. Don't think that okay, fine, he or she is going to judge you. No. It's you are going to do it for your own benefit. For your own benefit. Right now, English is a very important language. Very important language. Because English is a language that is going to connect you throughout the world. This is utterly true. Any job interviews you go, anything actually, any multinational company, any like this kind of big organizations, their English is a must. Knowing English and how to speak in English. I'm just giving a very harsh scenario. Even a person with a very high knowledge, high degree, whatever, he or she is not getting a job just because he or she is not at all good in communicating in English. So trust me, utilize this lockdown period. Spend some time with yourself in talking in English, speaking in English. This is a very important thing that I've told. And the last thing, watch movies in English. What initially you can do, you can say watch movies with subtitles. Not the movies, I used to do one thing. I also don't like to see English movies. Frankly speaking, I'm a fan of Bollywood and also Bengali movies. So I just hardly see English movies. But I used to see, and I also see right now, animated movies. I'm a huge fan of animated movies, and I have a huge collection of that also, like animated movies. So what I used to do initially, that in the animated movies, I used to turn the subtitles on, right, initially. So there, the English that they are going to use, it's going to be very pure, simple, and very easy to understand. Like most of the English films, there are slangs, there are this that words. So ultimately, those bad words actually get retained in your mind. Okay, so you have to increase your stock of words, right? Stock of words doesn't mean like very hi-fi type of words that hardly any people use, hardly any people can understand. I'm not going to talk about that. Everyday words, everyday some phrases that you are going to use while communicating with other people. That's the point. So initially you can put the subtitles on, keep the subtitles on, watch it. When actually a child, if a mentor is there, a guide is there, who is going to teach a particular child how to ride a bicycle, then initially you must have seen that there are two wheels of the particular cycle. Actually, there are two wheels now attached to that particular main wheel also. Yeah, you must have seen it. After some time, one wheel says bye bye, and after some time the other will also similarly will do it. Also say, if a child, if a parent actually teaches how to walk, so initially he or she holds the hand of the child, right? And after some time he leaves it or she leaves it and sees whether he or she is able to understand, able to walk. Actually, the similar thing you can do also, that initially you are actually putting the subtitles on, keeping the subtitles on, you are watching and say, okay fine, so this is how they are saying, they are communicating. Okay, later you can do what? Later you can do what? You can put subtitles off and see for 10 minutes, 15 minutes whether you are able to understand anything at all. So if you are not, then again put the subtitles on. Again try. Definitely, if you just do it half an hour for 7 days, half an hour for 7 days, your English. First, you have to listen to English, right? That how people are saying, how people are communicating English. If you are in an atmosphere of English, right? If you're in an atmosphere, here you won't be able to find the atmosphere. You have to build the atmosphere yourself. Okay, you have to build the atmosphere yourself, and that's the point which I was trying to say actually. So this is going to, boost your confidence that okay fine, they are also speaking in English. Any movie character, any anime character, whatever, they are speaking in English, so I also can speak in English. Look, there is a communication between you and also some imaginary characters. So there is no fear of getting judged also. If you are at all afraid, if you are not afraid, hats off. Talk to anybody in English. Choose a particular friend if he or she also needs this kind of help. Okay, चलो यार हम दोनों साथ में बात करते हैं. Let's talk in English. We will talk for 10 minutes but in English. बाकी हम जो भी बात करेंगे वो करेंगे separately. That we will talk, right? But 10 minutes consciously we will speak in English. Whatever has happened to us today or whatever we just would like to talk about. So these are the basic tips and tricks that you must follow to improve your spoken English skills. And me, again, I'm saying that being a Bengali medium student, being surrounded by a Bengali atmosphere, if I can do it, you can do it also. Okay. So this is Aniruddha Roy signing off. Bye bye. Meeting you in the next video. Stay home, stay safe. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, share it among all your friends. And if you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and also hit the bell icon so that you get notified every time I post a new video. Bye bye.